Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite series here on YouTube, Guess the Elo. In case you are watching for the first time, or you have forgotten the entire premise of this series, in this series my subscribers send me their games live on stream, and then I'll randomly pick them, analyze them, and try to guess their rating on chess.com. This was one of the worst episodes ever. By worst episodes, I mean my guesses were so far away from the actual ratings of the games. It was actually sickening. One of these games in particular that you will see later will absolutely blow your mind. And as always, whenever there is a worst episode of Guess the Elo, that means it's the best one for you. Before we get into the games today, I'd like to thank the sponsor of the series, Surfshark. Folks, quick reminder, Surfshark is a VPN, or a virtual private network, which allows you to browse the internet in a more secure and private way. This month, I was traveling for chess once again. If you remember, I was in London commentating the Speed Chess Championship. Epic matches, by the way. And when you're traveling, you are constantly on airport Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi, and so on. Not exactly secure internet connections. And that's when I really like to turn Surfshark on. Surfshark helps protect your data when you're on these public networks, giving you a bit more peace of mind as you browse. Another thing that happens when you travel is that you boot up your favorite streaming service, but maybe your favorite show isn't there anymore, because streaming catalogs and rights deals and so on are different depending on the country you're in at the time. With Surfshark, you just change your virtual location and voila, you'll keep watching as if you never left. And obviously, to get to London or Madrid or any place I'll be traveling to this year, I need to buy airplane tickets. Contrary to what you might think, no, I do not have a private jet. And so sometimes when you're browsing for these airline prices, changing your location from where you browse using Surfshark could get you a little bit of a discount. Folks, I'm really excited to have Surfshark sponsoring the Guess the Elo series. Go to surfshark.com/Gotham or use code Gotham at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, Ponziani. Ponziani to kick things off, little bit of a bam, 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 trying to go for d4. Fantastic. Okay, you never know if they know what they're doing or if they just did something random. d4, okay, pawn takes. Now you push or you hang the pawn. That's also good. Okay, so this is a beginner who watched my video on the Ponziani and then played the Ponziani and then lost the pawn in the Ponziani. That's how we do things out here in 900 level territory. I'm already making a read. I think this is a 900. d5. Reasonable move. Giving a check, also reasonable. Knight bd2, reasonable. You can't take it, so I think white goes here. Let me explain my reasoning. Oh, actually, never mind. The pawn's hanging. White's probably going to go here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now you move the bishop back 1 square to the left. No. Okay, now you're below 900. Come on, this is an autopilot move. This is a move you make automatically. You don't just give up a knight for a bishop for a knight. You go bishop e3. You need the bishop. It's a better piece. Come on. Okay, and black here not just like snapping this off and going castles is crazy to me. But wait, according to the computer, bishop c3 is the best move. What? What is this? This is the... And b5 is also the best move. Okay, queen c2 is just a mistake. Bishop c3, b5. Why is bishop c3 a good move? I don't understand. Like, this move, Is black cheating? Bishop c3. Bishop c3 is a move that you make if you're like an 800 level player or 7... Okay. Now, yeah, this is bad because you did this, but if they take the knight first, you just lose. Yeah. Yep. Bishop a6 is again the top move? All right, now I'm getting suspicious. Because anybody just takes this because it attacks the queen. Okay. Castles, obviously. That's again the top move. What is this? What is this? Okay, the rule of Guess the Elo is that you should not be submitting games where the person is like much higher rated than you. You should be Only submitting games. Okay, black is just completely outplaying you, obviously. I mean, you should be around the same level. I mean, you're doing your best. Black starts pushing the pawn. Oh, I like this. I like what you're setting up here. And you're just going to checkmate? They're just going to hang mate in one? What? Okay, this is... Can I get more context on this game? Like, this isn't... You didn't play somebody you know, right? I don't want to start saying things about your opponent, but, like, you played your coworker, and it turns out your coworker is just, like... I don't know... This is insane, because black in the beginning was, you know, playing moves like... Like, you played the opening like a... Okay, so... In the opening, you played like a noob. I mean, you know, you really, like... In the opening, you played like maybe like a 7-800, okay? I mean, you can never play b3 here. I don't think black played legitimately up to here. Like, I just don't think so. I mean, this isn't... I mean... I have nothing to say. Like, I really never in these videos, I never say anything because you never know. But this is to not take why this is a bad move is that it walks into a fork. But if you're the same level as your opponent, you both would have blundered that. So now I'm just really confused because you played like 8-900. You know, you did your best after this. You know, you really did your best. You did your best. You made some threats. You made some safe moves. You made no more blunders. You kind of moved around. I like how you generated this counterplay. Okay, let's look in the beginning of the game. Like, b3. You know, maybe b3 is a creative move. Maybe I should give you more credit. Like, but you blundered bishop d2, which is insane. Okay. I'm gonna say 880 for you. This is my guess. I'm beyond. I don't know. Let me crop this. All right, I'm going to the other screen. It's not me, just in case you're confused. $12.30, and your opponent is also $12.30. And it's a 30-minute game. Well, okay, maybe that explains it. Maybe that explains it. Okay, now I think chess.com might say you're like... Fuck, no! No, come on. No, this is... I got 1,700? No, I'm sorry. No, but come on, like, this is not fair. No, this is silly. This is silly. I mean, there's no way a 1,700... Your bishop's hanging. You gotta play easy moves. Okay, so my advice for this game is you overcomplicate things. I think you overcomplicate things. Can't see the rating? What do you mean I'm blocking the thing? What? Oh, sorry, my bad. It said 1,700. Okay, you overthought things, really, in this game. You overthought a lot of the moves. So I thought you were playing like a 900, and then I was like, well, if your opponent hung mate in one, that means they're obviously... So then, like, it went even lower. I mean, how did a 1,200 rated player hang... Like, you were setting this up from a mile away. I don't know. This is crazy. And how much time did your opponent have at the end when they hung mate in one? Okay, they had like 3... What? Yo, your opponent thought for 40 seconds on the last move and hung mate in one? Okay, I'm officially done with this game. I have absolutely no clue what I'm watching. Thank you. That was a great game. Black thought for 40 seconds and hung mate in one. Yeah, there's no chance. No, okay, if I speak, I'm in big trouble, and I don't wish to be in big trouble. Okay, fantastic. Next game, Gotham sub. That was crazy. I don't want any more like that. So we have a Italian and a King's Gambit at the same time. Hi, Dylan on YouTube, my beautiful big... Goodness me. Goodness me, John Bonner. Wow. Holy moly. Okay, C6. What does that do? What? Okay, now you just develop some pieces. So, Queen H4 is not just winning for black? Is this some sort of trap? Probably a trap. Okay, now you just... Okay. This is too high level of a game for me. I don't know what's going on. D5 as a counter? Crazy. Passant! 4 digits minimum! Okay. Goodness me. Wow. All right. I wouldn't have taken check. I love just like the belligerent one-piece attacking game, just like jumping in with the horse instead of just, knight c3 long castle here. You got to kind of autopilot this. Okay, that's a bad trade. You should trade and damage the pawns. Now you should develop your other knight. Now you should castle long. Good. Now you should, I don't know, play here. Good move. Now you should probably play here. Good move. Now you should probably play here. Okay, knight c5 is not stupid. And they just hang a fork. Good. And you take the rook. Oh, Oh. 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 Not taking the rook, but instead going for the mate. And obviously the game ends with g6, knight takes g6, pawn takes g6, queen takes g6, king h8, queen g7. That's exactly how this game is going to end, right? Nice. And you won, right? Without any drama. Obviously, you won the game. Obviously, good. Nice. Okay. I like that. That was a very dominant and well-played game. Now, why on earth do you play this opening? I think to even consider playing something like this, you need to be an intermediate, right? Because nobody will play anything like this otherwise. Now, why did black not see this move? So this doesn't work because after g3 here, I think black just didn't see this, to be honest. Like, I think there was no trap here. Like, what level do you have to be to blunder queen h4? Don't know. Then what level do you have to be to no passant? And then what level here do you have to be to take this knight? Because bishop takes knight is a really bad decision. It's not a good decision. But I can see you coming to that decision at a certain level of intermediate play. I don't think this is 1800. I don't think so. I think this is... And then, like, good play, good play, good play, really no blunders. Black played horrendously. And again, if your ratings are similar to each other, then... And then here you played queen g4 quite... This was... Yeah, queen g4 you get a lot of bonus points for. I'm going to say high 1200. I think like 12... I want to say 1300. 1280, I was going to say. 1280. Let's say 1280. I think you get a lot of points, but I think black played very poorly at times. Survey says 884? What the Bro, I guarantee this thing is going to say you're like 1600. 1450. It thought you were 1,000 points higher rated than your opponent. Where is this? Montenegro. Oh my gosh. I mean, you played fantastic. Like, I would have never in a million years guessed you were 800. Never. I mean, that's just straight up... That's straight up insanity that you're 800. Like, that's... straight up... absurd. Absurd. It's crazy. It's completely insane that you're 800. No, I mean, it's no, I mean, this is crazy. Like, first of all, this opening is weird. It's just not, now you're 600? Nah, you're smurfing. Yeah, like, okay, I mean, you knew en passant, which is a huge bonus. Some of your decisions were weird, but then for you to, like, not take the rook and instead go queen g4, I mean, that's just, and then to sack. I don't even know. I don't even know. Mind-blowing. Wow. All right, 2 completely horrendous guesses so far. But hopefully at least the shock value in the content is good. Okay. You learned chess when you were 5. En passant, something your father taught you? Crazy. Who told him? All right, Karo Khan. This looks like a really serious game. E5, C5, main line. Nice. F4 is not a bad move, but it's positionally flawed. It can be difficult to break out. We're gonna see a lot. We're gonna see a lot. Like with black, you have to go knight h6. You have to trade your light scored bishop for the knight. You have to put this knight on f5. And all right, let's see how bad. That's not a bad move. Okay, bishop f5 is fine, but it's less flexible than knight h6. But, okay, it's the top move of the computer. Are you all cheating today? Like, was the first opponent cheating? The second game was a cheater? Are you all cheating? I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay, h6 is, of course, very bad. h6 is bad because you lose the square for the knight. You need to go e6 and then, get your knight out. And I like to trade the bishop for this knight so that the knight stops, Okay. Yeah, this is just uncomfortable. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, and you see, now this pawn is going to be really a problem. Yeah, okay, fine. Now, g4 is bad. g4 is bad because you can poke at it. Wow. And then you traded, and now you have an active rook, and the other side is not going to attack you so easily now. No. You're all doing great. Knight to g6. Best move. Knight c3. Okay, the best move is now rook h3, which is obviously never happening. I have no idea what that even does. I guess the idea could be to sack or go rook g3 or knight h4 afterward. What is the idea after king g2? Oh! You just sack the queen, and then you just have a positional advantage because the pawn is hanging. What the Wow. Yeah, if you played that, I would have actually reported you for cheating. There have been people banned there were people banned in Guess the Elo. It's been a long series. I remember early on in the day, somebody came to the chat, they forced their way into Guess the Elo. They were the most obvious cheater ever. Everybody accused them of cheating. They were banned before the episode was like something, it was hilarious. Anyway, that's just not a good move. You just can attack it. Good. Oh, look at this. King to d7. Just off of this one move alone, if you are a 3-digit player, I will not continue the episode. There is no chance you're a 3-digit player playing king to d7. That is brilliant. The idea is just to bring the queen and not castle into the attack. Of course, you could have just moved the queen, but yeah, you just attack. And then knight c5, you just take it. And then you go like knight h4 or queen g8, queen h7. Okay, that's a little lame. That's a little lame. Like king d7 is just incredible. Rook h3, nice, double up. Where's the win? I don't even see it. Is knight h4 check just winning? You can sack the rook? That's what you did! He sacrificed the rook! Oh my goodness, and you cannot take it because knight takes e5. So for this game, I'm gonna guess like 2,000, but it's not possible because of the way the opening went. And then this is gonna be like a 900 level game. I mean, there's just no chance, bro. Actually, it's more accurate to take on h1 first because you're going to lose your rook at the end. And he did it. Okay, take with the... Don't take with the knight. Don't take with the knight. Don't be stupid. This is really smart, too. You could just take this pawn, but then you would be walking into potential nonsense over here, so it's actually better to just go king c8, umbrella pawn. What's wrong with king c7? Queen d4. So you have to go to c8 so that if queen d4, there's no check. That's absurd. What? Yo, what are these games today? This is crazy. The level that Black displayed in the middle game was easily above 2,000. Like, easily above 2,000. But the opening... Like, h6 is weird. That's a weird move. I don't know why you would go h6 here. That's weird. And then, this was all logical. And h5. So all I have to take away from your level is the move h6. That's it. And I can't really do that. Like, I just have to just roll with it. And then for you to be smart enough to play h5, to understand that f5 is not scary because you can just take, to then play like a regular developing move, king d7 is absurd. Absurd. This is like easily like a 2300 level move. These people start the game off normally and use the engine? I mean, bro, at this point, there's no way. There's no way. This is crazy. King d7 is a crazy move. Unless this is a daily game. If this is a daily game, sometimes that happens. People submit daily games. This is genius play. And the sacrifice? I gotta say, like, 2,000, 1,900. I gotta say, like, I mean, king d7 is so imaginative. And then, like, the whole idea to just, like, absurd. There is no, I mean, this has to be close to 2,000. And I would even say higher. I just don't think you guys are that high rated. But, I mean, I would say, like, 2,300. But, okay, let's just say 2,000. Ready? 1,850. No, but the game review is going to say that you're, like, 2,200. I mean, there's just 1,850. 2350 performance by Black. Absurd. 2350. Insanity. Unbelievable game. Like, once I saw king d7, I was like, okay, you must be close to 2,000. There is just no... A brilliant move in the middle game? Okay, rook takes f3. But can we just... How long did it take this person to come up with king d7? Yeah, a minute. That makes sense. And on h6, they probably spent like 5 to 10 seconds. They spent 1 second on this move. Yeah, that's how it, that's how you guys play moves like h6. And then I get confused because I'm like, h6 is such a bad move. You should just play e6. Wow. 2350. Wow. Wild. I mean, just an incredible performance, really. Are you in the chat? Is this person in the chat? This is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Just an incredible performance. Like, just so good. Just so good, this game. So high level. I'm very impressed. That might have been like one of the highest level games of Guess the Elo in quite some time. That was... h6 so bishop doesn't get trapped. I'm sorry, are you actually coaching me on why a move was played? Do you actually have that much gall to tell me why h6 was played? Like, how can you possibly do that? I know more about chess than you could live 500 years and forget. Like, do you understand? What? Of course, I'm aware you're trying to go here, but you can do this, and there is no way to get the bishop trapped. So, insane game. Insane game. Incredible. You bought your book and you've lost 400 elo? That's so original. You are so original. That is... Can we just acknowledge how original that joke is? That you started watching my videos or buying my stuff and losing rating? Goodness me, you must be the first person in history to come up with that joke. Just incredible. So can we just... A round of applause in the chat. Like, just... Truly sensational humor, like a grandmaster level humor, international. What would I know about grandmaster level humor? Okay, fantastic. Just amazing, really. Just Fantastic. Just goodness. I mean, rage bait? It's not. It's not. I'm just letting you know your jokes are horrendous. There's no rage bait. Dude, modern day teenagers have so much plot armor. All I had when I was a kid is, I know you are, but what am I? Now teenagers can just make the dumbest jokes imaginable, get called out and be like, L rage bait, bro. Rage bait. You fell for the rage bait, bro. L in the chat, guys. L Gotham, right? Am I right, guys? L Gotham. Dude, you guys have way too much plot armor. Like, really, modern day teenagers just, you guys are, yeah, you just like frame mog now. You just guess the elo, gesture max the frame mog or whatever's going. I'm old, but I'm trying to keep up. Anyway, yeah, let's elo max real quick. Okay, random noob. Oh my god, this game is stupid looking. Oh wait, no, it's not stupid looking. It's Latvian Gambit. I straight up thought that this was like, I straight up thought that like black was rated like 300. Dude, you're so schizo. That part. No, all good. Okay, Latvian Gambit. I mean, okay, now it can be a Vienna Gambit. Reverse. It can be a reverse Vienna Gambit. Okay. Well, now black is just better. Yeah, you probably should have. No, that's the wrong move. No, you have to attack that knight. No. Yo, how can you guys play such a sharp opening and just not understand what to do at all? Like, so this is, you know, the brainlet meme with like the drawing of the guy with the brain and like the propeller on it that just spins and he sits there drooling. Like that, guys, the Latvian Gambit is supposed to take over the center and move the knight to defend both pawns. And insane. Now you are just demolished on the light squares. Please don't take. Oh, bishop f5. Fantastic. Okay, good. Oh, this is your game. I have it fixed in my repertoire now. Oh, goodness. Okay, but d3 is horrible. Horrible. You gotta go with the knight and get the light squared bishop out. At a minimum, you gotta get the bishop out like this. Okay. Long cal. Oh, man. Okay, but what? You just block with the pawn. Hangs knight? Sick. Love that. Okay, now I know you're gonna try to castle queenside. I can tell that you are so hell-bent on castling queenside, there could be an apocalypse, and you will get the queenside castle going. And I was right. Okay, you have castled queenside. Before you castle queenside here, since you're winning, I would just trade everything. And since I know... Okay, look. I will soul read your rating in this game off of one move. This is the position... And I can tell by long castling, you are like 780. Because in this position, you should be taking stuff. You are winning, you need to take pieces. You cannot just castle and ignore everything. You gotta snap these pieces off the board. I'm just soul reading off one move. Now the rest of the information is gonna happen. No, there's no chance black is a 4-digit rated player. No, there's not a chance. Not a chance, because now what? Damn, you actually found that. Okay, I might have to eat my words. Did you find rook d4? You just take on e4. Okay, did you win without any memes? This is always... What? Okay, I guess that was a mouse slip. Rook c4. All right. Latvian Gambit, I'm not going to lie to you, you should probably stop playing this. Like... A much better and safer gambit is d5 because you don't weaken your king. But if you insist, and this is a game from the past when you were worse at the Latvian Gambit is too dangerous. You got to move your f-pawn with white. Do you play the Vienna at least? If you play the Latvian Gambit, then I hope you play the Vienna because they mirror each other. Knight c3, f4. You got to play Vienna and Latvian. If you're only playing Latvian, you're crazy. Now... Yeah, everything in this game was basically stumbled into. Like here, dude, here, just take the queen. Just take the queen. It's a simple trade. And then you play knight c6. I don't like this kind of like... But then you spotted knight d3. Yeah, I'm not amending my guess. I think this is a 700 elo game. I actually just straight up think it's a 7. Let's see if I'm crazy and I can get it off of one move. Let's see. I'm gonna be really mad if it's like 1200. Like I don't have this in me anymore. I actually think white played worse than black. Again, I think you played actually quite well. How is that possible? What? I don't believe you. I feel, do you guys know each other? What? How is this possible? Oops, that's today's video. How is that possible? 185 versus 223? You're much stronger OTB, you're 974? Bro, what are you talking about? Neither one of you are the ratings on the screen. There's no, that's not, that wasn't real. That wasn't. The game review thinks you are 900s. And I literally said 780. Nah, this is fake. I don't know what this is. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna do something else real quick. Hold on. I'm not done with this game. I'm not done with this game. I'm gonna load this game, just the moves with no elos, into game review and see what it says. Yo, I just put this game straight up into game review. No context. Chess.com has no context on this game. It doesn't know who played it. Boys and girls, this is the game. This is the game. It thinks that the players are rated. Where's the review? Where's the review? It thinks 1600 versus 2300. 1600 versus 2300, bro. 1600 versus 2300. Yup, твою. What are we even talking about? That was a 200 rated effort by black? Bro, send the real account, man. That's crazy. And how is white rated 180? How is 180? At least you played well. What is 100? How 180s are shoving pieces up their anus? They're not making moves. Have you seen games by 180 rated players down there? They're just pooping on one another. There's nothing happening down there. You don't want to go down below 200 on chess.com. Bro, I'm done. We're done. I'm not even doing the last game. I'm done. I hope you all had a great time. Bro, this is crazy. This is straight up crazy. This is straight up insane. I don't even know what to say, man. I'm not even. All right, we got one last game, bro. If I hope this is just like a 200 playing like that. Guys, this is a crazy guess the elo. This is a crazy guess the elo. Trumpowski, beautiful. It's about to be my game. I bet this person submitted my own game. Okay, C4, nice. Is this straight up my game, by the way? This is how I play. This is a really nice weakness to target. You're just gonna win it. Queen b3, knight d5. Queen b3, castle. Yeah, queen b3, nice. Yeah, so the only way to stop anything from being lost here was bishop h6, which is really tough to understand. But the point is that after knight takes d5, you would take here. And if this knight takes, you relieve the pressure off of this bishop. That's why you had to go bishop h6. But anyway, thank you for that last game. Bro, I don't even know what to say. Rook c1, no, that's not a good move. You did not need to go rook c1. You needed to castle and take something. That's what you should have done. Okay. Okay, this is another... Boys and girls, if I'm off by 500 points on this game as well, I think we have to take like a 6-month break. Okay, free pawn. Bishop takes d5 or knight takes. Okay. This is not a game. Oh, there was knight to d2. Oh my god. Okay. Now take. Spasiba. Queen somewhere. Passive. Not massive. Frame mug. Take the queen fork. Excellent. Knight e4. Knight d6. Beautiful. Look at that move. Okay. Bishop d7. Nice. Why is that bad? No. Oh. Somehow you got stuck. Instead, you just had to play rook a1, like simple move or something, and you were just winning. Uh-oh. Okay, now white is still better, but oh, the rook should not be there. No. This is why you guys have to get the second book. There's a situation like this in the second book exactly. And I tell you that rooks are much better long-range attackers and horizontal attackers. Attacking a pawn from the front is never good like this. This is in book 2. Available October. So you gotta pre-order it. Okay, that trade I wouldn't have gone for. I think the rook is a better endgame piece. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you even... Rook d4? No, but practically speaking, the king is gonna stop the pawn, and then yeah, now you just win. It's so insane here that black could have just won the rook, and then it would have been a draw. Not won, but gotten rid of the rook. And now you win, 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 and now you win. Okay. Can I be honest with you? I have absolutely no idea what the level of this player is. Like, the spotting of the moves, excellent. Accidentally stumbling into a... Like, okay. White played like a 1900. This was all excellent. Rook c1 was weird. Rook c1 was a weird move. Like, purely off of rook c1, I want to lose some points. But I don't know how many points. a4 is an excellent move. Not taking on d5 to go rook d1 is completely understandable. Taking on d5. Queen a3 is weird. But I kind of get it. And then you immediately spot this. And then you accidentally fall into this position. And then you kind of make a little comeback. And then, okay, here, like, the best move obviously is rook c4, rook c7, something like that. You played a little weird. You got a little weird. And then you kind of won. You sort of didn't lose control. I'm gonna say between 16 and 1700. It's my guess. But the lowest possible elo to play this well, like if this game is below 1400, I will be bewildered. But I think it's like 1680, maybe 1800, but 1700. That's my guess. There is not a chance this game is below 1400. It has been a really weird episode, but there is no chance this game is below 1400. 2000. Okay. I didn't think it was a 2000 game. I don't actually think you played as bad as a 1700. 2000 is kind of reasonable. I will tell you why I did not think it was a 2000 game. I thought black didn't play particularly great. Yeah, I thought black played terribly. Hey, white, I'm not insulting you. I think you did great. I think black played very poorly. Oh! And look at that. Game Review thinks that black is a 1700. Look at that. I thought white played a very nice game, but then completely screwed it up. And I feel like screwing it up that badly as a 2000? Like, dude, white, you were just... How did you screw this up? What? Why? You can't be screwing up games like this, dude. Also, what is F3? Dude. Oh, what? Sorry. Your rook's hanging. I'm an idiot. Okay. Everything was good, but then you did this, and you screwed everything up. Okay. So. Crazy. I'm glad we got one normal game. I'm glad that we ended with one normal game. Let me see. I'm gonna go check. I think Lucy's baking some stuff, and if she is, maybe we'll do one more episode.